Welcome to Mentone Math with Mr. Mentone.
Today's topic, Mentone's fraction sheet. Add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. 1/5 plus 1/3. First, we need to start to fill in our fraction sheet. 1/5 plus 1/3. But we cannot solve. We need a common denominator before we can solve. Let's find our common denominator by finding our least common denominator. To do this, we're going to list the multiples of our denominator. The multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. We could continue, but let's list the multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15. You can see that 15 is our least common multiple. There are others, but this is the least common. Now we can fill in our least common denominator. How do we get to this common denominator in our sheet? 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Now we have to fill in our numerator. Whatever we did to our denominator, we have to do to our numerator. Why did we do 3 over 3? Because 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we have not changed our fraction at all. Now that we have our common denominator, we have to finish our numerators. 1 times 3 is going to give us 3, and 1 times 5 is going to give me 5. Now we can add, so I fill in my addition. 3 plus 5 is equal to 15. You may need to simplify. In this case, we did not. Now let's try a subtraction problem. 3/4 minus 3/10. Fill in our equation, 3/4 minus 3/10. We cannot solve this problem. We need a common denominator. Let's find our common denominator by finding the least common denominator, by listing the multiples of our denominators. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. We have found that 20 is our least common denominator. We could have chosen 40, but that is not the least common denominator, and I would have needed to simplify my answer. We now fill in our denominator. How did we get from 4 to 20? We multiplied by 5. How did I get from 10 to 20? I multiplied by 2. We fill in our numerators. Why did I choose 5 over 5? Because 5 divided by 5 is 1. So I have not changed my fractions at all. Now we do our numerators. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 2 is 6. Now I can subtract. I fill in my subtraction symbol. 15 minus 6 is going to give me 9. This is in simplest form, but always check to make sure your problem is in simplest form.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Leave a comment for future topics you want to see.